Hi, in this video, we are going to see how lookup works and how it is similar to MySQL outer join, left outer join. Okay, so here we have two collections. One is students and another one is marks. So student ID one, his name is here and his marks are stored here. So student ID one. In exam two, he has scored these marks and the same student uh, in exam 1 scored these marks. Okay, so in exam 1 student ID 1, in exam 1 he has scored this much marks, and the same student 1, but in exam 2 he has scored this much marks. Okay, so these are all in a different collection. Uh, we want to combine these two collections. Okay, so how to combine those, how to join those, so we are going to see that. So for that we can use aggregation framework. Okay, and then we have to use lookup for this. So this has a different forms. The base form is like we have to give this the from collection. From is to which collection we are going to make a join, students to marks collection, and on which fields. So foreign field and local field. So first the local field in students collection. So this one is the local field in student collection, this and this student ID. So these two we are going to match, equalize, we are going to match equal. Okay, so local field is a ID, and the foreign field it's from the from collection. So foreign field is from marks collection. So what is a foreign field here? It is student ID. Student ID is a foreign collection. And then what is the name we are going to give for uh, this grouping, like joining? Like we can marks underscore student, just marks. We can keep it as just marks. This lookup actually works like this. So for every student, it will create a new array field. The array field we are giving here, this marks as marks, is a new array field. It will be created in every student, and then if there is a match, like local field and student local field and foreign field are equal, only those will be put in the marks array here. In every document, that matching documents will be put here. So for I'll show it here. So here you're running this. Okay, if you see like a student ID one, what is his name? It's from his name is Sukumar, and this is from the students collection. Other thing, this is a marks, this one is coming from this as marks. So this is this, and the values, so student one's equivalent values in marks collection, what are those values? So student ID 1, so one is this one. Okay, this one, and another one um, is this one. Okay, so two documents are there for student ID number 1. Okay, so here we have two documents. So one is here and another one is here for the student ID number 1. So here also you can see the student ID 1 is joined here. Here also you can see student ID 1 is joined here. Same way for the student ID number 2. So what is his name? His name is Alex. It's from the student collection. The marks, this is as marks, and the values are from the marks collection. So exam 1, this is the value from marks collection. This is from exam 1, and this is exam 2 for the same student number 2. Another one, student ID number 3. So what his name is Arjun. What he, I think he didn't appear in any exam. Okay, student ID 1 has appeared in one exam, student ID 2 appeared in an exam, student ID 1 again, student ID 2 again, but student ID is not there in the marks collection. So this has empty array. So marks, he has not appeared in any exam, so it is empty. Okay, so this is how the basic lookup works. So for example, if you don't want these fields like uh, ID and student ID, this is additional, right? We have already this field. What the student ID is the same. ID is a student ID, so we don't want this, as well as this one. Okay, so these are all extra information. If you don't want those information, you can use additional pipeline stage. So this is actually added to this lookup pipeline. So this takes an array. Okay, so here we can put project. Okay, so we want only, so this is actually project works on that particular marks collection. So marks is a from, so this project works on marks collection. Okay, so what are the fields we don't want? So ID we don't want. Okay, what are the fields we want? Exam we want. So exam we want. So why I put ID 0? In the sense, it will be automatically included in the project. So if you put ID 0, it will be omitted. Otherwise, it will be automatically included. Other things we have to mention which fields we want. We want exam 1, and we want marks. We want exam as well as we want marks. So this ID field will be automatically included. That's why we put 0. So for other things we don't want student ID, we don't need to put a 0 or 1, because if you put 1 only, it will be included. If you don't put 1, it will not be included for other fields, but ID it will be automatically included. That's why I put a 0 here. Okay, so execute this. So if you see student ID 1 and underscore ID fields are gone away. So we have a simple collection here. Okay, so this is another form of lookup. So another one more form is that, so here if you see, we are uh, checking both fields, local fields and foreign fields are equal. So this is like a equality match from this collection, and from students collection to marks collection we are matching. So if there is a match, then only we are combining only single field, only on a single field, underscore ID and underscore student ID. If you want multiple things, multiple fields, we can use uh, we want to match on multiple fields, we can use that also. For that, first we need to take the fields from the current input collection, from the students collection. Okay, so from student collection we don't want anything here, so we can leave this. So if you want, we can, you can put it. If you want to access anything from the students collection, you have to put like this, let, and then which field you want, like name field. Okay, so name field, what is the name you are giving for this name field? Okay, student underscore name. Okay, is the name field. Okay, so this is how you have to give it's a variable declaration. So this is a variable and this is the value. So this only works on the parent collection, students collection in this case. Okay, but we are not going to use that here because there is no use case. So for example, I will take another case. In this example, we want only the students whose score, physics score is more than 60. Okay, so more than 60. How do you take this? So physics here it is 77. Here it is physics 46. So student ID, okay, student ID 1 got physics 67 here. Student ID 2 87 and here 77, here 46. So only student ID 2 is not, has not scored more than 60 in one exam. Okay, so let's find this. For that we have to use match phase. So match, and then we have to use expr for combine for these expressions. What we are going to compare? So greater than physics marks. So marks, once again, marks dot physics. Okay, so marks physics is greater than or equal to 60. So this is a condition. So first, if you see here, every student, like in this case, Sukumar got, like, he has attended in 2 exam. It's appeared in the marks array, as well as here Alex appeared in 2 exams. It's appear in here, it appears. Okay, so now if you execute this, okay, so marks, Sukumar scored more than 60 in physics, you know, on exam number 1. Exam number 2 also he has got more than 60, but Alex has got, in exam number 1 he has got 87. The exam number 2 he has got 47, I think. In exam number 2, student number 2 has got 46. So that's why it didn't appear here. Okay, for student ID 2. Okay, so this has only one object. Okay, so if you put if you check for students more than 80, so here student ID it's below 70, it's below 80, here it is 67. So we will get only one record. Okay, only Alex has scored more than 80. Let's check this. Okay, so Sukumar, he has not scored in both the exams, exam 1 and exam 2, he has not scored 80. But Alex, he has scored in exam 1 more than 80, he scored 87. Okay, so this is how lookup works. Okay, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe and like the video. That will encourage me to post some more videos. Thank you for watching again.